Today, we're going to talk about something very interesting and important, and it's all about cosmopolitanism. You may not heard about this every day, but it's actually something that connects to all of us. Our values, our actions, and how we treat others in this world. By the end of this video, you'll understand what cosmopolitanism is, its history, pros and cons, and how it applies in our lives. So today, let's get started. So what is cosmopolitanism? The word comes from the Greek word cosmopolites, which means citizen of the world. It's a philosophical idea that all human beings, regardless of the nation, culture, or background, belong to a single global community. Cosmopolitanism teaches us to treat every person equally, whether where they've come from, whether they are from our country, a different continent, or even we've never met online. It's about seeing yourself as a Filipino or Asian or whatever nationality you are, but as a global citizen who shares the world with others.
History and roots of cosmopolitanism. The idea of cosmopolitanism has existed since ancient times. The Greek philosopher Diognetus was one of the first to call himself a citizen of the world. Later, the Stoic philosophers believed that all people are equal because they all have reason and share the same human nature. In the 18th century, Enlightenment thinkers like Immanuel Kant supported cosmopolitanism. He imaged a world of peace where nations cooperate and people have universal rights. In modern times, cosmopolitanism became more important due to globalization, where people, products, and ideas travel across the world faster than ever more. Core principle of cosmopolitanism. Here are the main principles of cosmopolitanism. Number 1. Global citizenship. Everyone is a part of a larger global society. Number 2. Equality and human rights. All humans deserve the same rights and dignity. Number 3. Moral responsibility. We should care about the suffering of others even if they are away. Number 4. Cultural respect. We should learn from and respect different cultures without discrimination. Number 5. Interconnectedness. What we do affects people around the world. For example, when we buy fast fashion clothes made in another country, our choice may affect workers. There, a cosmopolitanism way of thinking reminds us to be mindful and responsible as global citizens.
Why does cosmopolitanism matter today? In today's world, where we face global problems like climate change, pandemics, and wars, cosmopolitanism helps us realize that we're all together. No one country can solve these problems alone. We need to work together as humans, not just a divided nation. Cosmopolitanism encourages empathy and cooperation. It teaches us not to ignore what's happening in other parts of the world just because it's not happening to us. It also fights against racism, xenophobia, and extreme nationalism. It supports peace and understanding instead of division and hate. Advantage and criticism of cosmopolitanism. Let's look at some advantage. First, promote peace and understanding between culture. Second, encourage equality and justice for all. Third, help address global issues together. Fourth, build a more open-minded, diverse world. But not everyone agrees with cosmopolitanism. Some criticism are, first, it can ignore local culture or identity. Second, may seem unrealistic, not all countries cooperate. Third, some say it used to justify globalization that hurt local business. Fourth, It's hard to practice in real life when people are divided by conflict or poverty. That's why it's important to think critically. No philosophy is perfect, but understanding cosmopolitanism helps us make better decisions as students and future leaders.
United Nations peacekeeping operations are deployed once the Security Council, the UN Security Council, authorizes the deployment of the mission. That happens, and a resolution is passed that enables us, we, the Secretariat, to pull together all the resources that we need, that the Council has authorized, to go off and complete the specific tasks that they've assigned us. So we go where they send us, which means that it's ultimately a question of the political will of the international community. In some ways, that's the great strength of UN peacekeeping, that we represent the political will and the legitimacy of the international community when we deploy. Each mission has its own mandate.
Agreement was signed by nearly every country back in 2016. It provides a framework for how the world can coordinate efforts to fight climate change.
Spread love, show love, let's get rid of this curse. Don't wait for anyone to act man.
Real-life examples. Here are some examples of cosmopolitanism in action. First, the United Nations brings countries together to promote peace and human rights. Second, climate change agreement, like the Paris Agreement, where countries work together to save the planet. Third, international aid, countries sending help to others after disasters or typhoon. Fourth, cultural exchange program. Students study abroad to learn and understand other culture. Fifth, social media movement like hashtag Black Lives Matter, where people around the world speak up for justice. Even on a smaller scale, when we support fair trade, respect other tradition, or speak up against discrimination, we're practicing cosmopolitan values. Cosmopolitanism in school and life. So how can we apply cosmopolitanism in our daily life? First, we should respect others' beliefs and religion. Second, be open to new ideas around the world. Third, stand up against bullying and racism. Fourth, learn global issues, not local ones. Fifth, think about how our action may affect the planet. In school, we can show cosmopolitanism thinking by including different cultures in our project, joining international competition, or simply being kind to people who are different from us. So that's it. Cosmopolitanism isn't just a big idea from philosophy books. It's a way of thinking that encourages us to see the world as one family. Yes, we all come from different places, but we share the same planet. And if we start acting like global citizens, maybe we can build a better world. One that's more fair, kind, and connected.